Hey guys, what's going on? Yesterday I made a video of my top 5 games under $5. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. But for this video, I'm going to be doing my top 10 games under $15. I was going to do a $10 price bracket, but there are just too many great games that cost just over $10, and I didn't want to leave them out. These games aren't going to be organized in any particular order, so with that being said, let's not waste any time. Let's just get right into it. Starting off at number 10, we have Stardew Valley for $10.04. Stardew Valley is basically a reboot of the old game Harvest Moon. You inherit a rundown old farm, and the objective is to build up the farm and make it successful again. This is undoubtedly the best indie game of 2016, and the 97% positive rating on Steam definitely agrees with me. I feel like this is an absolute must-buy game, and for $10.04, hard to beat. Next on the list at number 9, we have Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen for $11.99. Dragon's Dogma is an open world action RPG and a great one at that. I really enjoyed playing Dragon's Dogma on the Xbox 360, and I enjoy it even more on PC. The port is absolutely phenomenal, the game runs really well and is a ton of fun. For just $12, you're getting an amazing game that you can have tons of fun with and that I highly recommend. Coming in at number 8, we have Rocket League for $11.99. You probably don't need me to explain what Rocket League is, but if you don't know, it's basically soccer with cars. Such a simple game, but it's an absolute must-have game for any PC gamer. This game doesn't really get discounts often, and they're not really that big. So this is probably the best deal you'll get on Steam for a while, so now is as good a time as any to pick it up. Coming in at number 7, we have another must-own PC game, CSGO or Counter-Strike Global Offensive for $10.04. This was the most popular FPS in the world until Overwatch came out. CSGO is a highly competitive and highly entertaining FPS that you can easily lose hours of your time. As I said, it's pretty much a must-own game for PC gamers, and for a few cents over $10, this is one that I can easily recommend. Next at number 6, we have Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is a top-down action RPG, which is very similar to the Diablo series. I personally enjoy these types of games, and Grim Dawn is a breath of fresh air. After playing Diablo for years now, I just needed something new, and Grim Dawn really gave me exactly what I wanted. So if you enjoy Diablo type games, I highly recommend checking this out because it's pretty damn cool. For number 5, we have City Skylines for $7.49. This is one of those games that once you start, it's hard to stop. You basically build and manage a city. It's that simple, but it's so much fun. This is one of those games that it doesn't really make sense why it's fun, but you just accept that it is. If you don't believe me, check out the 93% positive rating on Steam. This is one that I just simply can't recommend enough. It's just, like I said, it's one of those games. You can't explain it. It's just really fun. Coming in at number 4, we have Far Cry 4 for $14.99. If you haven't played a Far Cry game, you absolutely should, and in my opinion, Far Cry 4 is the best game in the series in recent years. Far Cry Primal wasn't really that entertaining in my opinion. Far Cry 3 had a pretty buggy port, and it isn't too well optimized. So in that regard, Far Cry 4 is better in both of those games. I mean, Primal was really kind of boring, so it's way more fun than Primal, and it's a much better port than Far Cry 3, so Far Cry 4 is really the best option for you to get right now. But in general, all of these games are great and fun, and you can easily pick up any of them, and as long as your computer can run it, you'll probably have fun with any of these games. I just personally recommend Far Cry 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Civilization 5 for $7.49. Civilization is a pretty simple game. You build up your civilization and you go to war with other civilizations, or you can try to create peace in order to progress the game. It's a very simple yet very strategy heavy game. It's not necessarily for everyone. It's kind of hard to get into, but once you get into it, it's a fun game and you'll definitely be playing it for a very long time. Next up at number 2, we have Dark Souls 2. If you have not played a Dark Souls game, I highly recommend it. It's a very difficult game and you're going to die a lot in this game, but if you take the time to learn its mechanics and everything that goes into it, you will be heavily rewarded with this masterpiece of a game. As I said, this game is very difficult, and if you're not into difficult games, this one may not be for you, but I still recommend picking it up because it's a ton of fun, even though you will be dying constantly. Finally, at number 1, we have the Mass Effect collection for $12.97. Mass Effect is one of the best series out there, and this bundle has Mass Effect 1 and 2. Unfortunately, Mass Effect 3 is not on Steam, so you'll only be able to pick up the first 2 games, but that's not a big deal because the first 2 games are still great, they're still tons of fun, and they have a ton of replayability value. They're just fantastically created games that I can't recommend enough. I highly recommend you pick these games up this sale. But that's all I have for you guys today. If I left a game off this list, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what games you'll be picking up this sale. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave it a like, subscribe for more videos like this one. I am Motionless Gaming. I will see you guys later. Peace.